It's overcast here at Silverstone circuit. It's race day for the British Grand Prix. Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th round of the championship. I'm still your host, Hauser. We're here for the British Grand Prix, and also we're at Silverstone. Finally, after 5 races, it's been the first half of the season is pretty damn crazy, I would say. So let's have some championship updates from this perspective. So currently, right now, the championship leader, it wouldn't be anyone else but Simel Yakinga, having 2 wins in the season right now so far. And then here comes Red Legend 35, which Red Legend 35 he just only have, I think, 2 podiums, I would say. 2 podiums and 1 win to his bags in the first half of the season. He's now currently 49 points. That means it's about, 9? It's about 19. Simel Yakinga is 68 points right now, and Red Legend 35 49, so a lot to catch up. You know. And then next up in the third place we have Seb Plebs. Right now he starts in almost the last row of the grid. He only have 45 points today. John Blanc, very poor qualifying today, as he starts 20th today. And the last driver to be mentioned in the top 5 in the championship is Keko Gilone, who will be starting 18th today with only 33 points on his hand. Well, 25 points on the line here today, as always. For 13 laps around this 5.891 kilometer circuit, 18 corners, 10 to the right and 8 to the left. Located in Northamptonshire, England, is the home of the British Grand Prix since 1987, and since then it has many different iterations of the track layout itself. So without further ado, let's go to the starting grid of today's race. On pole position we have Tin Anderson, who inadvertently had the maiden podium last race at the Turkish Grand Prix at Istanbul Park. He starts pole today. So next up we have Michael Varyak, another good qualifier for today's race. Ben Wolf started third, and then Mark Tander also from out of nowhere as well. And the rest of the field we have Mark Cooper, Galainen, Van Keur, Isaac Fashaw, Simel Yakinga, as aforementioned, the current championship leader. Drake Remaster, Luke Jackson, Louis Bottas, Jordan Vermeer. Last race it wasn't not a really good debut for him. He's finished about last. He will start 12th today. Lewis Hill, and then Gunther Heinhoff, Argentino Bivona, Simsomo Sims 93, Panas Glazos, Keko Gilone, Matrix Falcon, John Blanc, Mitch Johnson, Herman Pilch, Matt Tombe, Red Legend 35, Seb Plebs, and Alexander Anand. 26 cars, and as always, the medical car of today, the AC427. So without further ado, let's have a formation lap around this 5.89 kilometer circuit. So, as now you can see, the weather today is pretty much a forecast, overcast here. So we haven't seen rain race at the Nürburgring. We might see it again today at Silverstone. So they're just coming down from the turn 1, 2 and 3, and then into our farm corner and then the village, into turn 4 and then 5, and then sharp left-hander in turn 6, and then just blast it down from a little straight here into what we know as Woodcote as well. Over here is Woodcote, and then in turn 7. It's indeed a pretty historic corners, as here he goes now. Down into the old pit straight. We didn't use this anymore in the current Formula 1 series. Or in Formula 1 we're not really used to the old pit straights now. They're only used in the GT series. And down into the Cops. Now into the probably most famous corners in Silverstone circuit is Mackett and Beckett's. And it's a pretty twisty section here. And then round to Chapel, and then into the Welling, and then into the Hangar Straits. Lastly, it's a fast right-hander. That's Stove. Round to the corner, and now everyone else ready. Since these cars are pretty much ready to go. Some of these guys got opted for. So he's just going to the pits. Don't actually know why, but they hurry up. Some of these guys started on the. Oh my god! And we should better skip this before it's going to happen to everything else. All right, so here he goes. Tander starts 4th today. Tim Anderson as well started 1st. Lights out, and away we go. Tim Anderson takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Michael Vallian coming to turn 2. Somebody just gone off really wide. That's Simon Yakinya knocked off the bollard. Now up into turn 3 now. Oh, everyone's sliding as well. Coming down just before to turn into the farm turn. And oh, we might have a problem there. So we have to kill the medical car for just a bit. But as you see now, green flag. Tim Anderson leads now. Ben Wolf up into 2nd. Michael Valliak. Pretty poor start. Dropped down to 3rd. But now some of these guys has to pit because they opted for intermediates. They thought it was going to rain. And now it seems like the rain's coming through. If you see on the rain indicator, you can see the rain's coming up now. As the guys who already pitted should have a bad time now. So they must thinking, wait, should I pit or not? Oh, there's a car spinning out, 2 cars spinning around into the Cops, and there's a big one on the background, as you can see. No safety car coming out. Everyone's just going fine, but that is a huge blow just on the first lap of the race. We've seen this once in the Nürburgring. It happens again in this track. So what happens is, oh, that was Vermeer. Oh, and that's a big hit. Oh, no, I think it was Makeshift Falcon or Pim Pilch. But definitely 2 of them. 3 of them actually spun around. Lewis Hill involved in that wreck as well. I know we have a spin in the almost at the Chapel now. That was Mish Johnson. Mish Johnson spins out completely on a Beckett. What on earth happened here? So he's trying to go over here. He tags Patterns Glazers, and now everyone's just scrambling around now. Some of these guys couldn't go. Mish Johnson's stuck on the track, and then finally he came back. What a start here today. Tim Anderson straight into the pit he goes because of the rain. Ben Wolf now inheritedly in the lead. But that's going to be benefit for Tim Anderson because he's now opted for wet tires now. He's not, he's still going for hard tires, even though it's raining now. We'll see what happens next. 13 laps around this racetrack for this race. Some of these guys are still on a hard tire. DRS is now unable for some reason, even though it's raining completely hard. The race director will pretty much disable the DRS soon. I hope so. That Ben Wolf's still in the lead though. Michael Valliak in 2nd. Marco Buckelainen meanwhile up to 3rd now. Pretty good job, and there's a championship leader, Simo Yakinya, running pretty good in this race. After starting about 8th today. And now you can see now the rain's dropping on the track. That makes the race pretty harder, to say the least. These guys just sliding as hell now, coming out on Mackett and Beckett. So now we see Lewis Bottas now. He's trying to go for a move. He's still drafting. He's drafting Van Keur. Van Keur has to give up that position, and Lewis Bottas was trying to go off on a move, and he did indeed go for a move, and it worked out pretty well for Lewis Bottas. Up into 9th he goes. Now there is Panos Glazos. He wants to pit, and there is a Red Legendary 5. He's not pitting yet. He's waiting for more rains to come so he can swap with a set of wet tires. Ben Wolf as well. He's waiting for the rain to come harder, and then he can start to pit. Everyone else still scrambling around. So you're gonna see Isaac. I'm sure that water sprinkles are now coming. It's not really sparkling. A lot of water is now being thrown off from the wheels. It's pretty hard. It's gonna be a pretty wet race. Pretty much a wet race here today. Start off. So back on the action right now. Ben Wolf still in the lead. Valiant still trying to close up the gap. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be harder to race in this track. They're both of the Grab Racing team. Isaac Verschoor and Mark Tander. They have to work as a team to escape this situation now. Here he goes. Mark Tander was trying to go for a move there on Stove. I think he doesn't have enough speed. Oh, Isaac made a mistake here. Sorry, Isaac made a mistake. And Mark Tander goes straight into the pits for some wet tires now. And as you can see, the leaders are now coming to the pits. Michael Valyak also in the pits. Mark Tander into the pits he goes. I think Isaac Verschoor would have inherited the lead. Yeah, he did inherit the lead. Still on hard tires though, so he should change to wet tires now. Because look at those guys behind him. Tim Anderson was trying to go for a move on hard tires. I don't think that would work, mate. Ben Wolf opted for intermediate tires here. Pretty interesting strategy. If the rain's just getting harder and harder, I don't think that would work. So you see Bivona inherited into second place. He's still not pitted yet. Same goes for Sims 93. He's struggling for grips now. Tim Anderson now still in 5th, but he's in sort of a sandwiches on those guys who already pitted. So we may not know what would happen next. Wet race. And you can see now Isaac Verschoor pretty much trying to make a gap with a hard tire. Seems like he's not struggling at all with the wet tires. And yep, there it is from the race control. As you can see from the bottom left of your screen, DRS has been disabled now. So now Isaac Verschoor here comes into the pits. Let's have it on board with him in the pits. So slow down to turn into the pit box. And now he's trying to goes to the pit. There's the other 3, Alcatino Bivona, Sims 93. There's Tim Anderson as well in the mix. A quick stop there, 4.1 seconds for Isaac Verschoor. Bivona out it on wet tires as well. And ooh, almost a slider for Mark Tander. Oh, there's a front wing loss. What happened to Ben Wolf? Oh Lord. He was crashed by someone else. That he stuck with Tim Anderson. So what's going on? Oh, I bet it's on the stove corner. It is on the stove corner. So Tim Anderson was trying to go for trying to go into the pits, and then Ben Wolf trying to go into the inside. And then what happens next? Tim Anderson just trying to go into the pits. He blocks Ben Wolf. Ben Wolf spins around completely. And then he... Ooh, that was very close here. I don't know who that is, but he definitely missed that. And oh, there's another spin as well that we didn't capture. That was Gunther Heinhoff on the Stowe corner. Similar incident that happened to his teammate. But he's going to the pits as well. But Ben Wolf definitely needs some pit stops for tire change. Some of these guys opted for intermediate, but I think most of these guys, they were opted for wet tires. Pretty different strategy here, as we can see. But now the rain's getting harder now. I think it seems like it's not gonna stop too. So Tim Anderson out on 9th place after he had a pretty good stint in a wet tire, in a soft tires. He's the only one who's going for the super soft. I haven't seen anyone except the hard tires. I saw most of which before the rain comes. Tim Anderson only uses super soft. The only guy who uses super soft tire. So that was pretty interesting strategy for those two. Now Panos Glazer, what on earth is he? I think he was trying to go for the pits once again, but I don't think he will be on his lap. There was almost a move there on Ben Wolf on Luca Jackson. Nothing happens though. Ben Wolf now comes into the pit for his a front wing change. And now, there is Marco Bergalainen also in the pits as well. Changed the wet tires. I think he was on a hard all along. Glazer's in the pits as well. Can Glazers come out in front of Ben Wolf? He does come out in front of Ben Wolf. So he overtakes him in the pit lane. Seems like there's some troubling going on. Oh, there's some... Jean Blanc into the pits now after his drop for wet. I think he might go intermediate. You see the pit. So he comes to the pit, changes his tire. What is he going for? Well, he's going for a long stop. I think he might have some engine issue or maybe a intake issue. We don't know yet what's happening with him, but he's coming out now. Still going the same tire. I definitely said it might have been the back wing or something damaged on his car. It's pretty unpredictable now here. Five laps in. We only have about 10 laps to go, I think. Or sorry, about 7-8 laps to go. Around that. Neil Valyak inherited the lead now. For IWTR. Oh, that's a big jump on the curbs. So Luca Jackson into third. Mark Tander up to fourth now, and Marco Bergalainen. Both of them, Maranello, Scuderia Maranello is still trying to catch up and trying to take some points from this race. You should see Bergalainen now trying to catch up with Graham Racing of Mark Tander. See now, let's go on board with Marco Bergalainen. It's gonna be pretty hard to watch because you see the Warriors just coming out from the wheels of the front car, just gonna come out a lot. So he goes now. Tander loses some controls, but he's still stable now. It's gonna be a pretty tight fight, about 6/10 away from Mark Tander. Still both of them, and the track seems to be drying up now. Track seems to be drying up now. No rain's coming down whatsoever now. Still relying on some of the drivers to get some good points here. So we see now on the tail of the point scorer, basically the points. Tim Anderson was trying to go fight. Simeone Kinga was pretty much a bad position there for him in the championship. He is relatively 5. Right now, relatively 5 pretty much all the way back into 20th. But who could be threat for Simeo Yakinya? I think I have no idea. We're still gonna have to wait until the end of a race. It can't be decided yet now. Ooh, some tank slapper for two of the drivers by Wolf and Ted Anderson. Oh, another bump down. So now, Lewis Bottas trying to go for a move on a stove, trying to go for a move on Akatito Buffona. Buffona eventually holds on. And now here comes Trading Master into the pits now. What is he going up to with? And Matrix Falcon also in the pits as well. What are they going for? Let's see how Matrix Falcon can. Goes for a pit. And now what he's going for? He's going for another set of wet tires. You see now relatively 5 on the back. On the background of your screen. Goes for the pit stop. Goes up with another set of salt. And there's Permanent Pitch right behind him as well. Another set of wet tires, sorry. There's a Drake Master, and we have a yellow flag. What on earth happened there? Whoa, that was a very dangerous situation there. Keko alone almost hit Alexander Nunn. So, what on earth happened to Alexander? What on earth happened to Keko alone? What happened to him? Oh, he just slides off in the first corner, yep. Pretty wet track, wet surface on the track, and when he comes back, oh, that was very close there. Thank goodness they both survive. And now there's his teammate, there's a teammate battle now. Dragon Master and Alexander and they both fighting each other now. You see now both Armea Racing is now up to for some cars now. Here it goes, Dragon Master, as I think he has more, but there is a new tire, so it's definitely better. Now goes down the inside. Into the woodcut now. Oh, it's still round the outside. Dragon Master goes around the outside on woodcut. What a good move. Up until 20 if he goes. Oh, and Mitch Johnson has to pit. I think he has some issue. Oh, I said for sure. That was very close, almost hitting Michael Valniak in the pit. Both the leaders pitting now. Now Michael Valniak, is he going to be hold up? Oh, that was very close. Very close there, and you can see Marco Perkalainen on the background over here. Oh, he slides off on the track, but he come out in front of Michael Valniak and Isaac Fashore. But definitely Isaac Fashore and Michael and Valniak does have a bit more fresh tires compared to Perkalainen's. Compared to Perkalainen's now, Michael Valniak still trying to go for it. Sorry. Here goes Michael Valniak is going down the inside on turn 7. Goes down the inside. Perkalainen's lost control there. And Isaac for sure he over now Michael Valniak retakes the lead. Perkalainen blocks a second place. Block for sure for the second place. But definitely for sure he's gonna go for a move here. Into cons and they're all struggling for the tires, definitely. Van Kurt has some issues with his car, definitely. And there's Lewis Hill. Oh, Ted Anderson. I think Ted Anderson overtakes Lewis Hill now for the, I think, 11th place. This group is pretty much still pretty close. And now it goes now. Lewis Bottas down the inside. Seb Plebs, he goes for a move. He does go for a move. Ted Anderson almost going for a move. And he did. But Matrix Falcon still has the inside lane advantage, but it's not anymore. Ted Anderson, and they have a contact. Ted Anderson still having contact with Seb Plebs, who's currently now 3rd in the championship and still haven't scored any points. Ted Anderson's definitely looking for some redemption here after he's starting on pole. Lewis Bottas now looking for down inside on Van Kurt, and look at that, 3-car move here. Oh, Van Ker's dropping down quite a lot. He's dropped to 10. Everyone else gets some points there. And now is it going to be... Oh, that almost going to be a cut-off. Silverstone is now under pressure from Matt Tombe. Tombe is going down inside on a chicane. Silverstone's blocked him on the top corner. Still pretty much in 14th right now. There's Van Curtis. Oh, he almost cuts off with a Gunter Heinhoff in the pit lane. It gives me a little bit of a breathing loop. So, oh, another slide there from Marco Bergalainen. Glazer's now up to 4th, but he still have to pit. Luca Jackson now up into 2nd place. I don't know what happened with a Matrix Falcon though. Now look at that. Seymour Yakinya, 14th, haven't scored any points. That's pretty bad for the championship for him. Sepp Clips out in 22nd. Vermeer up into 22nd. That was Sepp Clips up to 21st. Oh, he slides off there, Jordan Vermeer. Slides off pretty much, and Isaac for sure. There, as you can see, the dry lines are starting to form after what 9-10 laps. Because Valyak closing up. Is he gonna go for a move? He goes for a move on the stove corner. Is he gonna do it? He does go for it. ISI is gonna be proud of that. Valyak up to 2nd place now. Berkelainen now up to 4th place after Glazers now have to pit. There's Ben Wolf as well. He also needs to pit. I think he's relying on some issue with the car. Oh, and Ben Wolf spins around. He's been contacted by someone else, but I don't know who that was. Let's check the replay with now. Is he? Oh, I don't think. Yeah, I think Ben Wolf. He's just sliding off of that corner himself. Let's see. Yeah, he turned on the power too much. That's making him oversteer. It's causing another. Oh, there's your background. Akatito Bivoda spins out also as well. It's also spin outs as well. Here he goes. Oh, he just hit the curb, is he? Yeah, he did hit the curbs and also some bit of a grass, and it makes him spin out. Another spin out for a driver. Oh, he almost reversed and then almost into the barriers. Thankfully, he's continuing. Spin out, another spin out. That's Van Kerr again. Now on a chicane. What on earth happened here now? Bear Wolf into the pit lane. He goes. He wasn't gonna pit though. He was gonna pit, but there is now two. The Owen Racing now sandwiching Matrix Falcon. See, up front the leaders now. The leader is closing up now. And DRS still isn't enabled yet. It seems pretty dangerous if you use DRS. Still on a wet track though. This Bottas still up in 5th. Anderson now up to 6th. Glazer's dropped down to 7th after the pit stop. Matrix Falcon up to 8th. There's your top 10 pretty much. Tombe is the last man that can score the points today. 10 laps in, and we still clearly don't know who will win yet. Except for the top 3, definitely. And oh, Isaac for sure makes some mistake there. Go into the curbs, into the stove. Still managed to get the car back, and Luca Jackson in the pit lane. I think he might go out on intermediates now. He might go out on intermediates now because the track's drying up pretty much. We'll see what happens to Luca Jackson now up into the pit. And what is he going for? Oh, he's fixing some parts that were damaged with his car as well. What tires will he go out for? He's still going out on wet tires. Still going out on wet tires though. Draven Master into the pits now. 2 laps to go in this race. Now, definitely Isaac for sure's gap and Valyak's gap. It's pretty much stretching up. It's about 4 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Marco Pergolainen was catching up on behind. And we might see a pit stop on the final lap. We never know. Relatively 5, he's gonna pit on this lap. I think this would be probably his final stop. Everyone just scrambling around at which strategy is the best. Meanwhile, Matrix Falcon trying to go for a move into 13. Is he? Van Keur still holding on the inside line. Now into the wood cone now. Matrix Falcon round the outside. Good move there. Into 13 he goes. It's still. Oh, we have almost a spin in relation to the 5. And Simel Yakinya up into the points now. So let's see what happens here. So Yakinya goes down the inside of the corpse. It's almost not going to work. Relatively 5, superb driver control. And that means Mark Tander might have a chance to overtake him. He does have a chance to overtake. Relatively 5 struggling for grip now. After he slide off in the wood cone. Is he going to slide off over here? He's not going to slide off in Beckett's. But he's definitely having some problem with his car. Yakinya up into the points now. Mark Tander, I think he was going to go after him. And now we're on to the final lap of the race. Mel Valjak, first place. Right now, Isaac for sure. Now under pressure from Marco Bergalainen. And now Tim Anderson, he's going to go for a pit on this lap. I told you there's going to be a pit stop. Or even a pit on the final lap. Here it goes now. Simel Yakinya. So, oh, that's a pretty heavy touch on the curves there for the Magic Falcon. It's absolutely lining up there. Relatively 5 already pits. It's coming out of wet tires. Here's the last lap. Why do you have to pit? This doesn't make sense, but there he goes. Magic Michael Valjak. Oh, free slide off there. The cops. And oh, I think the Bergalainen now. I think he might have a chance to go for second place. Maybe. Oh, he's looking for it. He's looking for it on the Mackett to Beckett. I don't think you can overtake over here, dude. Isaac for sure. Oh, he's struggling for grip for sure. He's struggling for grip, but Matrix Falcon, could he go on the stove? We'll never know, but here we go. Goes Matrix. Bergalainen's going for it down the inside of the final lap. Takes the lead, takes second place. And meanwhile, after that, battled out Michael Valjak, who is originally a driver on MMS, is going to come around the final corner and win the British Grand Prix. Very good performance. Marco Bergalainen, last lap move. What a move, man, on the stove corner. Tim Anderson eventually has to go for a pit, but is he gonna finish on third in the fourth in there? Oh, he's going to the garage. Oh well, ripped. The Glazers up into fourth, and then there's Sims 93. Good points there for the Owen Racing. Lewis Bottas in 6th place. Lucas Jackson 7th place. Matt Tombe 8th. Matrix Falcon 9th, and Mark Tander secure the final points. Van Keur just came close on that, and then Lewis Hill, he could have scored the points with his teammate, but he can't. But he can't get it done today. So Akatino Vivoda, pretty good performance from him, and then Ben Wolf in 14th, good time of 15th. Yakinya, not a very good points for him in the championship, but we'll see what happens next on the point standing. Relatively 5. Finish 18th, and Tim Anderson will finish 17th. Sepp Plebs will finish 19th today, and then Dragon Master Alexander Nan. John Blanc, yeah, not really good for his championship as well. Perlin Pilch as well. Mitch Johnson, Jordan Vermeer, after replacing the 2 races, each finally finished this race. Even though we finished last race, it's still, I think it's pretty much the same position, I guess. And then lastly, Keko Malone, not good at all for the championship, as he's in the top 5, but he's in the top 5 of the championship, but I don't think he is now. Michael Valjak, his first victory in the season. What a what a way to start his career, or even like continue his career. Michael Valjak, congratulations to him and his ISI Motorsport team, their first win as well. Such an amazing race here at Silverstone. So that is it for the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone Circuit. I hope you all enjoyed that, and myself commentating for this race is absolutely hectic as hell because the weather is involved here as well, the changeable conditions. It's pretty damn crazy today. We see another crazy race today. I'm pretty much lost of words. Michael Valjak takes the win at the British Grand Prix. The fastest lap here goes to Sepp Kuss with a 1 minute 37.5. It's about 2 seconds slower than the qualifying lap that had the pole position made, which is I think that was it's somewhat on the top, but definitely far slower 2 seconds. Mark Tander though, he starts in 7th place, only to finish 10th here today. Pretty good performance here. Perman Pilch started 25th, only finished 23rd. Pretty kind of perform. But who does the worst is Drake Master. He started 7th. I thought that was going to be a good position for him, but he's starting to drop down very quick at the second half of the race, and he drops down to 20th, which is pretty disappointing performance for Drake Master. And definitely the championship is gonna change as well. So thank you everyone for watching the British Grand Prix for the IWTR World Formula Series round 6 now. We only have 4 rounds left on the calendar. The next race is gonna be pretty, I don't know, I'm not gonna spoil it yet. We'll let you see it on the next week of IWTR. Hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Pausa signing off. Goodbye.